Wow, Josh. I thought that was red. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Walk. I'm going to squirrel off real quick because a truck and trailer just pulled in with 2 Jeeps from Nebraska. I only got to see a few outside pictures of these Jeeps, so I basically bought a pig and a poke, but they're one owner. They appear to be rust-free on the outside pictures I saw. I haven't seen anything on the inside, but I still, after buying thousands of CJs, I'm always excited to see what options they have on them, because I actually don't know on these, because many were special ordered. So grab your cup of joe and let's go see how I did. So did y'all get a bunch of attention with these Jeeps on the road?
Yes, we did.
Absolutely, huh?
Yes, we did.
Okay, well, here's the plan. If you'll go forward to the gate, okay. I'm going to air up whatever tires we can, and then I'll just have you move back and forth while I pick them up the forklift. Okay. So make it as easy as we can. All right, cool. You. So it's not every day you get the chance to buy one-owner Jeeps, and this gentleman had 2 of them. They have been sitting for a long time, I think 10 years plus. Just by the initial look, the 77 red that's on the front looks like it might buff out. The 79 Silver Renegade on the back looks like a perfect one for a patina style restoration. So we'll pull them in, air up the tires, get them off, and take a quick look and see what we got. Glance, base model, no rocker moldings, not a Renegade of course. Original wheels are on it. Great. The frame is beautiful. And so are the floors. Look at that. You gotta love finding stuff out in Nebraska. So Nebraska is home of restorer muscle car Mr. Dave Hall, who's currently the king of Trans Ams and Blazers. So Dave, I want to know why you didn't call me on these. Now you can see the pinstripe on this wheel here. These are non-drilled wheels because they don't have the center caps for 1977. And that stripe right there was actually red, it's just faded. But you guys to look at these rear bumpers too, they're extremely rare. Similar to what would have come on the back of a Scrambler. But these are pre-81, because obviously the Scrambler started in 81. And these end caps are actually welded on here. They're a really rare bumper. This makes it a whole lot easier if I can get them up a little bit to get them off the forklift, but we may not have any luck. For them to sit long enough out in the weather for the flares to come off like that, man, had to be over 10 years, maybe longer. This frame on this one looks great too. Really nice floors. Good morning, Con Man. How are you?
Good, how are you?
You realize it's 42 degrees outside and you have shorts on and beach shoes. I'm getting your folder out and riding you up. Not happening. These aren't too bad, but we're gonna hit them anyways. Look at the wheelhouses in here, original paint, no undercoating. These are gonna be 2 great Jeeps, either for restoration or clean up patina style. Now I spot what might be a Levi seat inside there. And the saddlebags, if you can see those hanging off the roll bar right there, super rare. So now that I've stolen about 3 minutes of y'all's lives watching me air up tires, it's kind of like watching paint dry. All right, we're done with that. We completely unhooked?
Yeah, but the only thing I see that might be issued, I mean, I don't know, but this exhaust hanging down and forks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to mess that up or not.
No, I actually don't want to mess that up. You have a winch?
Yeah.
Let's roll it off then. Try to save it. I'll get some guys out here to push it. I appreciate you saying that. I don't want to mess.
Yeah, I would say.
I don't like to mess anything up.
Yeah, I seen them forks.
This one's probably okay. But if we're gonna do that, we'll just roll them both off.
Yeah.
I get that
Yeah,
one.
that one's down too.
Yeah,
But this one
side.
actually rolled pretty good, and this one rolled good too. It's just with the flat tire.
Well, I'll get some guys out here. We don't want to damage anything with the forklift. It just gets better. Blue Levi's interior, tack and clock, and a T18 transmission. One of the rarest and most desirable options you could possibly get on a 79. So we've got a silver Renegade Levi's T18 Jeep. Wow. I'm so excited, I can't even wait to get them off the trailer and see what I got. Look at this hood, it is so cool. Clear over this and this blue will come back really nice. And yes, it is a factory V8 as well with power steering. Look at that. What a beauty. It's gonna clean up great. So we decided not to pick it off with the forklift because we didn't want to damage the exhaust. Such a good Jeep. Early 6-cylinder. No power steering. And I'm gonna bet that this is a low mile Jeep. Generally the no power steering Jeeps just didn't get driven very much because they were not fun to drive. And the one behind it's a V8 with power steering, and that would have been a lot more fun to drive than this.
Gotta have stronger arms for no power steering.
For sure. So I'm gonna bet that the miles shown on this thing are correct, especially as nice as the seats are sitting in the back of it. Let's see what they are. Showing 33,000 miles, and I bet that's right. It's actually the right way to take one off. Most transporters won't do this. It's running a snatch block, which is really slick, and a winch. So I love it. He's treating our Jeep like a Ferrari, maybe even better. It's got a very unique spare tire carrier set up on the back on this 77. I'm gonna have to pull out my catalogs. I think that may have been a period accessory piece. It also looks like they may have had either a jerry can holder here, because I've never seen a spare on the rear of a CJ7. That would have been odd, but possible, I guess. Original Jeep key. That's cool. Now we are unlocked. Okay. Let her rip. All right, you're there. Come on up. Okay, that's good.
Good.
We're gonna have him pull up and it's just gonna roll off because Josh didn't want to push very hard this morning. I think he had too many kolaches. Did you bring the bronze this morning? Well, thank you for that. Okay, smooth. Window's actually locked. Look at that, the lock actually works. Original Jeep key, the lock actually works. I can't remember ever even seeing one of these locked. That tire will work. And look at this, guys, Levi's seat. Now again, this is 79, so the buttons don't say Levi's, but this is a blue Levi's interior. Look at this Craftsman impact, killing it. And these tires have been up here forever. Date code 1988.
We got about 3.
Look, it took those lug nuts off just like butter.
That's my. Yeah.
Another 79 Renegade on its way to be saved. Back on the road in circulation. Let's get this 77 off so we'll take a look at it. Morning, Alex. It's a push bumper, so they're probably pushing cars or trucks or whatever, but
Yeah,
I think the miles of this are right, because look at the paint. But
Yeah.
do you know that they're both T18s?
Yeah, I saw it.
Can you believe that? And how many of these bumpers have you seen since you've been here the last 20 years?
None.
None?
Not that one.
Very, very rare. And look, it's a factory. Those end caps are welded, you know, the scramble ones are bolted on. So you see the Jeep Specialty Equipment sticker on it too. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
Really neat Jeeps. Again, no power steering. 258 6-cylinder. This Jeep looks really, really solid. Frames are great on both of them. Floors are really nice. And again, look inside this. If you look at the shifter in here, it's a T18. But that's a short stick T18 and there's a long stick T18. There's two different style shifters. The 77, that's short stick. And later on, if you look at the 79, it's the long stick. These are two really, really special finds. Very cool. There you have it. 77 CJ7, 79 CJ7, both with T18s, V8, 6-cylinder. We're gonna polish this one out, and this one's gonna get clear coated.
2 days later.
Wow, Josh. I thought that was red.
It's definitely orange.
It's definitely orange. So when this was on the trailer, you and I looked at it, it was super faded, but it looked like one that would buff out. It obviously buffed out.
Absolutely.
Let's open the hood. I want to see what this color code is. Y tawny orange. So I thought this was 6P firecracker red. Obviously didn't look at it very close. This thing was super faded, but it has such low miles and hardly even rock picked up here. We hoped it would buff out, and it did. How much time do you have in this?
2 whole days.
2 solid days. But to save an original paint, CJ is awesome. How are the floors in the back?
They're actually pretty darn good.
And 60/40 front seat, which you haven't seen many of those yet, have you?
Very rare. I've never actually seen any.
So we maybe see one a year like that. Looks like the seats are nice. Wow. Really cleaned up great. Look at the floors in this Jeep. So had the carpet ever been out of this thing?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, it didn't look like the hardtop had ever been off either.
No.
Original paint in the rear bumper, cleaned up. Let's see you cleaned up the tire carrier. Again, a very unusual tire carrier. Another cool thing to look at is the windshield frame. Because even on Jeeps that have no rust in them will have rust in the windshield frames if they had soft tops on them, because you drill them in the top and water gets in them. So I want to pull down that seal and see how it looks. I imagine you already know the answer to this, Josh, but wow, look at that. No rust in the windshield frame at all. Beautiful. What a neat Jeep. 7Y tawny orange. I don't think we've had an orange Jeep in here in at least 2 years. The last one I saw was a 78 Sunset Orange. It was a Golden Eagle. And what are the miles on this one? It was low, isn't it?
Super low. In the 30s.
Look at the dash pad. Good grief. 33,000 miles. Again, this is that short stick T18, which is so cool. These early ones, seat belts, like when you're checking seat belts on a muscle car, these have got date codes on them. Right there, 1977. Sunburst is still in the center of the... Great job, sir. That's what, you need another full day on this or 2 days? Finished today. As far as detail-wise, then we'll pull it in and do the mechanical. We're not sure how long this thing's been sitting, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's been at least 10 years. What do you think?
I'd say at least 10 years.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, this one buffed out. The last one we tried didn't. So thanks for watching. Please like, tag, share, and follow.